am not too sure how we have reached this point, but it seems like we have all finally accepted the fact that we find entertainment in everything that is wrong with the world. All the turmoil, all of the chaos, all of the mass hysteria, all of the mania, none of that actually matters. All that truly matters is that we are entertained and feeling good about ourselves. Don't care, didn't ask ratio. And our favorite Jorge, blame it on Jorge, has also somehow developed a fascination with everything awful and terrible and wrong that goes on across the vast universe. Spreading negativity on the daily, baby. Let's go! The most dangerous rabbit hole on the internet. No, you want to know what the most dangerous rabbit hole on the internet is? Lola Bunny. Because once you start making alterations to that rabbit hole, people start to lose their minds. Their heads explode, dude. So, shout out Jorge. You guys know the deal. Go to Jorge, big old fat juicy delicious sloppy spanking on his like and sub. He told me personally, like, hey Chris, I love when your subscribers give me a spanking on my...
2017, a user named Michael84 posted on Votes about a creepy website he discovered. The post is titled, "What the fuck is this?" and reads as follows. I was using Google to search for James A. Corp, as it is part of JA's, or James Alefantis' email address. JamesAcorp@gmail.com. It took me to this site. Very weird site
Justin
full of email
Bieber
addresses and a disturbing picture. You should really check it out for yourself. When I open the site on my mobile, it wants to download something and open it with Google Play. Haven't done that yet.
What?
I changed the URL to this. That's even weirder. Although the post was quickly deleted.
See what happens, dude? As soon as you remove Justin Bieber from the situation, all hell just breaks loose.
Those who were able to see it were exposed to one of the strangest and potentially most dangerous rabbit holes on the internet. This is LHO HQ.
LHO HQ. Lots of hoes in my room. That's what it stands for.
Before we can dive into this strange website, understand that some of the pages contain bright flashing colors, nudity, and even talks of MK Ultra and mind control.
Well, that just makes me want to watch it more.
A lot of that in this video, but if you choose to visit the site, you have been warned. Alright, let's dive in.
The headquarters. Is this with or without the beeps?
When you first visit LHO HQ...
What the hell is this? Laughing Horses Orifice Headquarters. Just something about the word orifice just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I feel like I've heard that word orifice before, and I didn't like the sentence that it was used in. Okay, but there's a lot going on here. We've got like a CIA meeting here. Got some hot air balloons. We've got like Sports Illustrated NRA edition. I don't know what's some weird acts of embryo.
.info. Everything seems
orifice equals hole. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I knew people was talking about holes, dude. See, I knew it. We was talking about rabbit hole, dude.
To be pretty normal at first. There's no flashing lights or disturbing images. And we learned that LHO HQ stands for Laughing Horses Orifice Headquarters.
Laughing Horses Hole Headquarters.
In the bottom left corner, we see some text that looks like gibberish and an image of a very young looking girl with a gun. Acts of embryo, owners of a local ballot to sources acting HQW gibberish.
They just
I have no idea.
Dude, that was the cat. They were in the middle of typing and the cat hopped up.
What this is trying to say.
Lovely horse boxes.
And before you ask, I tried putting the gibberish through the Caesar cipher, but nothing came up. Clicking on the image, however, leads to this page.
What
website
the
contains
fuck?
even more text that's either hard to interpret or even secretly hidden.
Dude, see, I'm glad Jorge is going doing this all for us. I'm glad Jorge's the one out here clicking links, because I fully believe if I click on a link and it takes me to a website like this, I am going to end up initiated into some secret cult that I never asked to be in. I'm going to get a bag thrown over my head. I'm going to get thrown into a van, taken out. I'm going to end up in the middle of the woods surrounded by tiki torches, and they're doing fucking dances around me. They're gonna sacrifice me, throw me in a volcano.
Odd is that almost every image and every block of text leads to a page containing a video. As I've stated earlier, I'll be editing out some of the flashing lights, but this video does talk about mind control. I doubt anything bad will really happen, but if you're not a fan of stuff like that, feel free to skip to here.
If you're not a fan of getting your mind controlled against your will,
let's take a look.
Go ahead.
Bob? The message is now part of and registered in your subconscious mind. Every time you say, see, hear, or think.
Bob?
That's your key phrase. It will trigger the entire message without your being aware of it. It will signal your subconscious mind, flashing a message.
Bob, Bob, Bob. Yeah. Bob, Bob, Bob. Yeah.
The subconscious will listen and absorb this message.
Exactly.
Pull your wallet out of your pants.
What? Oh my god, dude! Bro, this is a roller coaster. This is a fucking ride. What just happened? I went from absolutely horrified to like now I'm partying with like somebody's aunt.
Pull your wallet out of
What?
It's praise Bob, praise Bob.
The feminist dupes of the conspiracy charge that not enough members
What the hell is that?
are women. Bob would agree to that. Indeed, he would say there will never be enough women.
It's a cult. It's a cult, and this is the Charles Manson.
Indeed, he would say there will never
Bob.
be enough women. But at least the ones we have are all woman. And Bob is all man, the James Bond of Zen masters, the most dashing religious leader of his time.
That's like a meme compilation, dude. What is going on? It's like a dank
At first, I
meme.
was taken back by some of the flashing lights and talks of mind control in the beginning of the video. Towards the end, I began asking myself, who is Bob?
Fucking Bob,
And
dude.
why does this video seem to regard him as some type of god? I thought this was the lead, but as some of you may have guessed by now, this video came from the Church of the Subgenius,
Church
a
of
popular
the...
parody religion in the counterculture scene. According to one Reddit user,
So it's a bunch of memers, dude. It's a bunch of Redditors, dude. They're like, oh, they hate the Catholics, bro. And so they're like, you know what? Bob, dude. Fuck God. We fuck with Bob, dude.
the religion combines
go.
theology,
Oh,
conspiracy
oh God. Bob would put Jesus on a t-shirt.
theory, subversion of middle class, and mainstream values, inherently becoming somewhat bizarre. The Church of the Subgenius actually has nothing to do with LHOHQ, besides having one of their videos on their site. In fact, you can find a
What?
handful of videos
Is
on
that the Drake
LHOHQ.
owl?
Some that seem to
OVO?
critique or even mock events like 9/11. Others that appear to be quite old. And
What
some
the
avant-garde
fuck
art
is-
pieces. All without any form of accreditation besides LHOHQ. Therefore, it's likely that the creators behind these videos are also behind LHOHQ. The only problem is that no one seems to know who these actors are.
Dude, I'm like creeped out. I'm like creeped out, dude. Like, it's not, like, ugh. Like, I got a feeling, you know what I mean? Shiver me timbers.
More on that in a moment. Scattered throughout
This
the
is
web
like-
pages, and there are a lot of them,
Donald Trump, Pinochet, that's not a real word. Pinochet, Pinochet, that's not a real word. Option, Sia, neoliberal, mind control, Bush, Clinton, Habsburg. This is just Fox News,
are
dude.
various documents, images, and references to US politics
That was a joke. That was a joke.
and conspiracies.
Fuck.
I'm into conspiracies, but I can't make out what some of this info is. Over the years, LHOHQ has periodically popped
I'll tell you what it says. I'll tell you that microchips and lizard people. Look, Tokyo City. Godzilla's a lizard person. Think about that.
Over the years, LHOHQ has periodically popped up on 4chan boards and Reddit threads, usually from people asking what the hell this website is.
Pinochet is the last name of the late Chilean fascist dictator. Sounds like a very upstanding
Some
gentleman.
users believe it to be hiding illicit material that can only be attained by clicking through the correct path of links. Others say it's some sort of mind control experiment, or simply a honeypot for the FBI. Reddit user Web of Slime claims that the site contains information that, if reported on, would bring the US government
It
to a
contained.
halt.
You know what I love about things like this is that people just know. Like, people just know. Like, there's this super secret, dark, and mysterious cult operating in the depths of the internet. It goes viral on Reddit, and some guy's like, oh, yeah, dude. Like, it's, yeah, bro. Like, my uncle, he's, like, in that, bro. Like, like, how do these people just know? It's like, yeah, my uncle Jimbo, yeah, he's involved in that, dude. He's pretty active, bro. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of crazy stuff. They do seances and rituals and sacrifice. You know, it's pretty cool, man. They're great, upstanding people. I think you guys really get to know them.
But states that you need the brains to do so. And of course, there are those who believe it to be an ARG. Before long, a collection of around 200 pages were gathered by 4chan users, though some claim that the total number of pages are in the thousands.
Stone Owl. Can we stop using the word orifice? Now orifices are leaking, dude. See, now we're getting into
Let's
some...
talk about what's probably the most well-known thing about LHOHQ.
What the hell is this? I'm gonna be seeing this in my dreams, in my nightmares, in my thoughts for the next lifetime and a half. What in God's name is this?
The leaks. On several pages, you'll find the emails, phone numbers, and even addresses of many people who I'm assuming are all politicians, considering that both Bill and Hillary Clinton's information can be found. I want to remind everybody that there could very
You
well
got their
be
debit
some
card, the
serious
last-
consequences in
the zip
contacting the
code?
people involved, and I highly advise against doing so.
Wait, what is he highly advised against doing it? Because I'm doing it.
To remind everybody that there could very well be for people who I'm assuming are all politicians. Leaks. On several pages, you'll find the emails, phone numbers, and even addresses of many people who I'm assuming are all politicians, considering that both
What the-
Bill and Hillary Clinton's information can be found.
Nice, dude. Hillary got doxxed. Imagine getting doxxed, bro. Like some fucking, it's like some sweaty, like 16-year-old. He's like in his bedroom.
I want to remind everybody that there could very well be some serious consequences in contacting the people involved, and I highly advise against doing so.
Dude, I'm gonna DM Hill. I'm gonna hit up Hillary, bro. I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna be like, yo, hey, Hillary, baby, what's good, shorty? You trying to go out? What you trying to get into? Are you trying to go out get some food? What's up? Maybe we got some dancing, you know what I'm saying? Put the moves on her, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just here to take you on the journey I went through while exploring this website. The first of these pages shows an eerily young-looking woman smiling and dancing in front of a background comprised of several people's contact information. Below
Oh
her
my
are
god, it's in the back!
background comprised of several
Oh my... Pussy Slayer 69 at BillClinton.com. Oh my god!
people's contact information. Below her are two options: click here and don't click here. Fearing for my life, I decided to go on click here, which led me to a page with a
Fearing for
blue
my life,
robot lady
and the safety
with
of
a
my
baby doll.
children.
There's more contact information on the background of the page.
What the hell is this?
As well as an image of former president of Egypt, Hosni Mubarak. And this page is quite long.
What the fuck? Dude, somebody lives in Nebraska. Imagine being that fucking miserable. Look
I'm
at
not
that.
quite sure what to say about it other than it's pretty creepy. Keep in mind that the lights are flashing and there's even music.
My location is not on this page. Boom!
Hang on,
Are those boobies?
just know that it contains a lot of images of
Dude, I'm out, dude. I'm getting nuked, bro. Twitch is it's
sex
over.
dolls, both on the page and in the background, and even more contact information below it. The fourth and final page is the don't click here option.
Do you have the contact information for Jamar? He still owes me $20 and he blocked me, and I don't know how to get into contact with him, dude. Fuck, it's been 15 years, dude. I want my $20.
If you decide to click on there, you get a listing of more politicians, including current President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, featuring phone numbers, emails, and addresses, accompanied by a map. It appears as though that, unlike the other pages, this page simply contains screenshots from Intellia's Premiere, a public service that lets you perform background checks on people, including date of birth, relatives, and even past addresses and employment history.
Dude, this is
So it's
kind
not
of
like
fucked.
this is all super confidential or anything. It's just
But the fact that that stuff is just, like, everybody knows at this point, right? Addresses, phone numbers, that stuff's all public information, whatever, right? Why? Why? Why can't some guy named Harold in Vermont, right? Because people from Vermont are weird, right? In Vermont, Harold from Vermont, why does he have the ability to go onto the internet and find my phone number? Okay? Harold keeps contacting me and sending me photos. He bakes bread and sends me photo of his bread. I can only take so much bread at one time. Harold, you are a wonderful baker. Very lovely bread. I bet it's scrumptious. But please, it's been over 3 years, dude. I can't look at another slice of pumpernickel.
whoever is behind LHOHQ must have spent a lot of time collecting everything.
Who is this?
Or maybe he didn't. While showing this website to a friend, we noticed something odd. A lot of the information has auto-added or phone uncategorized in parentheses, meaning that a good portion of this data, if not all, could have been simply gathered by a bot. The only question now is,
Okay.
where did the data come from?
Uh-huh.
Well, the images on the Intellia's Premiere page make it clear that this was taken in 2016, which is
Okay.
roughly around the time WikiLeaks was publishing all those leaked emails.
That's when Uzi dropped
It's
the
likely
classic.
that whoever created these particular pages did so when the WikiLeaks email scandal was happening, through maybe the use of a bot. As the final nail in the coffin, the earliest saved archive of the other 3 pages, according to the Wayback Machine, is September 11th, 2016.
Nothing significant about that date at all. It's another Sunday. A chance encounter.
What's interesting to note is that one 4chan user was able to find the very first mention of LHOHQ from way back in 2007.
What?
On a forum post from
How do you just find these things?
above.secret.com, a user known as Alex M posted this message. Today, while walking down the street with friends, I discovered a sheet of paper with a strange symbol on it taped to the side of a small billboard. For whatever reason, it struck me as extremely weird, so I pocketed it with the hope of discovering what it meant. Is it a riddle? Just a symbol? I have no idea, but hopefully someone here will recognize something from it.
Dude.
Here's a
This is
picture
a
of the
cult.
symbol. On the bottom of the hexagon,
Look, this is what they draw on the ground in blood, dude. We're sacrificing Drake, bro, the
a
OVO.
cobra inside of a circle.
And the Yes Yu-Gi-Oh!
In the center of the pentagon maze is an eye. Around the outside of the hexagon are the letters HQLH and O, in that order. Has anyone ever seen anything like this? I guess what strikes me most, beyond the fact that it is weird as hell, is the creepy eye in the center. Reminds me of the Illuminati eye. On a semi-related note, I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee.
Although the links
People
are
live
not
in
broken
Milwaukee?
and don't lead to anything, this is what I believe the symbol was, despite it not having a cobra inside of a circle. We see a pentagon containing a maze with the Eye of Horus in the center, surrounded by a hexagon with the letters LHOHQ on the outside. Commenters on the forum post tried coming up with theories, and one user posted an old LHOHQ page that is only accessible through the Wayback Machine. I think I found your answer. In Milwaukee, there is an organization called Laughing
Okay,
Horses
there's fucking Orphis again!
LHOHQ,
God!
starting from L at the top. Not sure what they're into, but they seem kinda out there. Found a couple of websites, and you can search and find some MySpace pages as well. The second link posted by this user is very much still active, as it seems to have last been updated on April 13th, 2020.
What?
The text seems to just be a copy and paste of the policy and rules from MLP poll, which is an odd
MLP
combination
poll.
of the MLP board and the politically incorrect board. Getting back to Alex's
Wait.
post,
This is a copy pasta from a political My Little Pony forum. That's what you're telling me. No race mixing. What am I seeing? What is... Equestrians faced a lot of discrimination in the land of before. Can discuss our politics without racism.
politically
You may post pony porn to their heart's content. No, you may not. No, you may not.
incorrect board. Getting back to Alex's post, the most notable thing about it is the fact that the OP mentioned Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This location could be the possible birthplace of LHOHQ. Otherwise, how else would their symbol on a piece of paper end up being taped to a billboard there, unless they did it personally?
Dmitry Miaskovsky. Is this the guy? This is the guy,
Let's
isn't
head
it?
back to the main page.
This is the guy.
You might have noticed these 4 seemingly useful links.
I actually didn't notice them literally
Advertising,
just now.
products, about, and contact.
Hit him up, dude.
Advertising
Slide in
leads
the
to a
DMs.
seemingly endless stream of documents and one video.
What is
I haven't
this?
Advertising leads
Is
to a
that
seemingly
Moby Dick?
endless stream of documents
On a heliocentric orbit, now cataloged as 1991 V Virgin. I don't know what that means.
and one video.
Returning to the Earth at that time. What does this
I haven't gone
mean?
through it all, but there's a lot of them, and could make up the bulk of the 200 plus pages on the site. Products contain most, but not all of the videos. About, which I thought could contain information about LHOHQ, but all it says is, Laughing Horses Orphis is dedicated to the highest possible quality product.
Just
Our standards
one.
of excellence
It's
always
just,
involve
it's one single product. Turmoil.
our vision to grow our product going forward, and to ensure our corporate vision is always our top priority.
One single
and that it
Armageddon.
repeats. The links on the side lead to a rabbit hole of other pages with flashing lights and nudity.
No.
And finally,
Link?
Contact, which lets users post whatever comment they want.
And people are posting anime girls,
On
dude.
some of the pages containing a video, there is a link that says photo by DM.
Oh.
Clicking on it leads to a blog post page belonging to a person called Dmitry Myaskovsky. The page is apparently in Indonesian, according to my Google Translate,
Okay.
and is empty. However,
So you
a
can't
quick
DM
Google
him.
search will lead you to some of Dimitri's art on WordPress and Flickr. I can't show
Is
a
that
lot of his work on
Mickey?
this video because
Is
there's
that
also a lot.
Mickey Mouse? Is somebody getting cucked by Mickey Mouse? I would never let that happen to me. I would never let that happen to me.
Of nudity, but on the bottom of his WordPress page are a set of links that he shared, one of which being LHOHQ. Furthermore, on his Flickr page, he makes mention of the Milwaukee River in Wisconsin. This seemed promising, so I sent Dimitri an email asking for any information he had.
Hey,
on
Dimitri, are you a raging, psychotic cult leader who's trying to spread your evil message to the masses through cryptic email web pages? Huh?
LHOHQ, but I
Dimitri?
haven't gotten a response. It's unknown if Dimitri was directly involved with lapping horses or
Nipple waterers for hogs. What does that mean? Piglet size is designed for the baby pig. Nursery size is designed for the nursery and has adjustable flow orifice to regulate water flow. Works on gravity or... What are we milking hogs with nipple water? What is...
orifices, or if he was simply commissioned to take photos or even produce some of the art for the
You can buy
sites.
12 nipple waterers for hogs and save if you buy 12 of them. Well, I can't beat that kind of a bargain, dude.
Finally, his Flickr page was created in January of 2007, a few months before their logo was discovered and posted on Above Top Secret by Alex M. All this seems to imply that LHOHQ is some sort of artistic project, potentially created by a person who is deeply interested in politics and conspiracies. So much so that this person has created pages and pages of information, videos, and documents as like a database or a collection of some kind. That could explain why the Bob video was there, as it does mention mind control in the beginning.
Mark. Oh, we got it. Dude. We're just getting... People just...
There's
I'm getting
one
jumped.
last person of interest to talk about before closing our exploration. A person that I think clears up the air quite a bit. Through some sleuthing, I came across film director and photographer Mark Escribano.
Escribano.
By navigating through his
Okay,
website,
how is this rabbit hole dangerous? Because so far, it's just been flashing lights, nudity, and Mickey Mouse. Like, that's all it's been. And then, like, Donald Trump's, like, email from when he was in high school, bro. He's, like, that's it. He's sending upskirt photos to the boys or some shit because he's a weirdo, right? Like, this isn't too... It's giving me heebie-jeebies, right? Like, I still am uncomfortable. Like, if I were to visit that site on my computer, I guarantee you somebody would send me a bomb in the mail, dude. So, I'm not doing that, bro. But other than that, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
I was able to find some of his work. Eventually, I was led to his Vimeo page, where a lot of his short films were uploaded. It seemed like a lot of them had that silent era vintage look. After some scrolling, I came across this. This is Space Girl, First Time on the Farm by LHOHQ. The video was uploaded in 2013, and the description reads, short film by LHO, made for a 24-hour competition. I decided to investigate further.
Okay.
And according to Mark's LinkedIn page, he studied at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee from 2000 to 2006
Milwaukee!
before relocating to his current location in Los Angeles. Assuming this film festival was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, we were able to find this, courtesy of the Wayback Machine, a 24-hour film contest that took place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on July of 2007. Now, I couldn't find a page that directly stated that LHOHQ was a contestant in this competition, but I'm willing to bet
Mickey
that
Mouse
this was the festival where Space Girl was submitted. I'm also willing to bet that the piece of paper that Alex M found was meant to be as a sort of advertisement or marketing stunt for their films. What's strange is that the films on Mark's Vimeo page actually include credits. Take Space Girl, for example.
Okay.
In the beginning
So
of the
far,
Vimeo-
dude, this is turning up to be a very disappointing ending. I saw Most Dangerous and I was like, dude, hell yeah, I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole and I'm gonna disappear and nobody's ever gonna be able to see me again, dude. I'm gonna end up in a cave somewhere, chained. Like, I'm gonna end up in a very bad and dire situation if I go down this rabbit hole. Man, it turns out it's just Mark. It's just Mark and he's making YouTube videos.
Version, we see a title card with some of the names of the cast involved. The LHOHQ version, on the other hand, starts with a shot of a horse's behind.
What?
The ending of the film on Vimeo
Just
includes a
gaping?
complete list of the
Nice.
cast and crew, and even the year. The LHOHQ version instead just shows the name of the film and their abbreviations. This made me wonder, why were their names cut from this version of the film? If it was for privacy reasons, then why would the Vimeo version,
He killed them.
the one with credits, exist? It's not just Space Girl either. Another LHO film called The Pond is on Mark's Vimeo page, and that one has credits in the
Dude,
beginning, whereas
Cullen Bosworth. I've seen that name twice. Mr. Bosworth. We need to speak to him.
the LHOHQ version does not.
Somebody get in contact with Bosworth.
You can spend hours looking through the various documents and pages on LHOHQ, and who knows, maybe there is something nefarious in there. In that case, take this video as a sort of introduction to LHOHQ. However, at the end of the day, I believe these sites to either be intentionally bizarre as a marketing ploy for their films. After all, it's almost the first thing you'll find when visiting these sites. A hub or database for conspiracy theories and sensitive data. Or net art, which was popular in the 90s and 2000s.
Art.
All I know for sure is that LHO.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt if this is supposed to meant to be art, because at the end of the day, art doesn't even make sense to me anymore. There is no definition of what art is. Did I tell you about the chair? I told you about the chair, right? I went to the art museum. The art museum, I saw some of the most beautiful, like, ancient African, like, masks, clay masks and shit, right? Some sculptures, couple Picassos, and there was a chair! A singular chair, wooden, with one cushion on it, paisley print. And it wasn't, I almost sat on it, dude. I was about to take a load off, and I would have gotten fucking executed right there, dude. There would have been a laser beam on me. I almost took a load off. A chair!
Out as a group of filmmakers from Wisconsin, who now run a series of bizarre and potentially dangerous websites that keep getting brought up from time to time. Maybe it's something. It might all just be nothing.
Leftovers.
There's a few things worth mentioning before we end things off. LHOHQ is one letter away from LHOOQ, a piece of art by Marcel Duchamp. The art is simply a postcard of the famous Mona Lisa, but with a mustache and goatee
I
sketched
love
on
that.
it.
Yeah, it's like the high school yearbook. You like draw like devil ears on like that one girl. She like rejected you.
Almost like a crude parody. I'm not an expert on Marcel by any means, but his movement, the Deism, was supposedly anti-mainstream and challenged the idea of what art is through his avant-garde works. It's then possible that LHOHQ is simply embracing this movement.
Just trying to be rebellion.
The
You want to be
official
different
email on
so
their site
bad.
that we mentioned earlier shares the same profile picture as this YouTube channel. This channel has been around for quite a few years and has uploaded several bizarre
Fox Acid Inslaw. I was right. It was Fox News.
videos.
Is this the indoctrination everybody's been talking about? What the What
A
is...
blog exists by a user known as America Jones.
That's like one of those, dude. This is like one of those films that you find in an attic of a house that was built like 150 years ago. It's on a big ass roll of film, and you just magically find the entire film setup in the attic in an old dusty box. And then you set it up, you watch the film, and now your entire family is cursed. There's a demon attached to your soul that will torment you for the rest of your life.
A blog exists by a user known as America Jones. He's been around since 2005, and he lists his LHOHQ as one of his blogs. His posts deal with US politics and conflicts during Bush's and Obama's presidency. His last post was on November 9th, 2016, the day Donald Trump was elected President of the United States. His post was simply titled, "Done," and it reads, "Welcome to the New World Order. Can't say I'm surprised."
He knows something.
Finally, it seems as if LHOHQ
He knows
has
something.
a sister site called Applied Chaos Dynamics Control Association,
Chaos!
or ACDCA.
What did I called all of this. I've called all of this. This is why you guys gotta listen to me more. This is why you gotta listen to me more.
The two sites appear to share a page that we mentioned earlier in the video, lhOHQ.AppliedChaosDynamicsControlAssociation.net. If you head to ACDCA, you'll find an archive of articles and papers on history, dimensions, quantum science, and other complicated topics. Clearance provided courtesy of LHOHQ.
It's not too complicated. Second grade,
What's
quantum
weird
science,
is
you know?
that the people involved in this don't seem to exist. Take
What?
Ambrose Nemopoulos, for example. His LinkedIn page says he's an associate at ACDCA and that he's from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
That's not a real name! Nemopoulos.
Take a look at his profile picture.
That is somehow horrifying. Why does this profile picture terrify me so much? This is definitely one of them AI generated pictures, right? I think that seems like what this whole fucking thing. This is just a bot. This is some he's like coding his little bot, dude. He's like reselling shoes online and making these bots. Doing AI, he's like bored.
It's a smeared photo of Michael Chertoff, then second United
Who?
States Secretary of Homeland Security under President Bush. Here's
Didn't do a
another
very good
paper,
job at securing, apparently.
this time researched by Dagwood Engelberg, and edited by Bentley Pathaitholo. Dagwood's Facebook says he's a consultant at ACDCA, and that he's from Albuquerque, New Mexico. His profile photo is a
Actually,
smear
he's from Saudi Arabia.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. His profile photo is a smeared version of Jesse Jackson Jr.
This is like...
Bentley's LinkedIn page says he's
That's like what you freak shows have been doing to me, dude. Make my nose all big.
Jr. Bentley's LinkedIn page says he's currently an associate at ACDCA, and that he worked for LHO. He lives in Albuquerque, and his profile picture is actually a photo of Ken Rockwell, a photographer from California who has nothing to do with this.
He's just a
What's
guy.
going on here?
Imagine, just against your will, you are roped into a dark and evil universe you had no part of, dude. Ken Rockwell is just catching strays. He's just catching strays. This goes viral on the internet. Ken Rockwell is harassed at Walmart by teenagers from TikTok. Dude, they seen it on TikTok. His whole life is now ruined just because some guy just got a nice picture.
Has nothing to do with this. What's going on here? Why do all these fake accounts exist? And what's going on in Albuquerque, New Mexico? That might be a mystery for another day.
What is going on in Albuquerque, New Mexico? Do we have any Albuquerqueans? Can any Albuquerqueans shed some light on this very mysterious situation here? What kind of shit's happening in Albuquerque? In New Mexico. By the way, this is New Mexico. I heard a lot of things go on in New Mexico. And you know where New Mexico is? Right next to Texas. And I don't think that that's a coincidence, dude. Honestly, this wasn't as horrifying and as terrifying as I thought it was going to be. There were some parts that definitely gave me a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? Gave me a little creepy crawly feelings. I'm saying, shivered my timbers a little bit, gave me a little goosebumps here and there. But it wasn't anything too crazy, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna bust into my house, nobody's gonna try to take my cheeks, and like, you know what I mean? So listen, as horrifying as it was, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But there are definitely still way too many raging psychopaths and maniacs that are just allowed to just roam free in society. And I think that is the real detriment to the world, if you ask me.